Oh, so I just made a couple of videos where it was like God's general. Lord told me to tell Pastor Rodney, you may not understand what this means, but the spirits in you do. Is that Gabriel's been reassigned elsewhere, and now Michael's on it. And this means that you're being set up for an overthrow by God himself. I'm just letting you know, Pastor Rodney, you're going to be overthrown by God. Jesus is Lord. No more luxury and self-indulgence for you. Or maybe in the midst of luxury and self-indulgence and having everything you want, you'll be overthrown. So, we know how God works, real slow. In the Bible, one of the plagues is 5 months. When we look at the plagues of Egypt, who knows how many months went by from the time Moses first went to Pharaoh and said, let my people go, to the time when Pharaoh finally said, okay, take your people, get out of here, please. But it was at the loss of his eldest son and all the Egyptians. And I just saw a vision of Archangel Michael, and he had military gear on, kind of like a Roman centurion, like leather and steel, I don't know. But he was looking at the scroll, and he was kind of pissed. So who is this guy that's destroyed the call of God on 100 other evangelists and now wants to raise up 300 millionaires? And for what? For his own vanity? For his own personal gain? For his own narcissistic tendencies? And then when he got to the point where it showed that how Pastor Rodney has been caressing the bride of Christ, it's almost like he was like, I can't read this anymore. He was getting pissed, dude. So I can tell you, Pastor Rodney, you need to read the writing on the wall. And the Lord says, just get back to work. Get back to work. And stop killing animals. Those animals, believe it or not, in God's eyes are greater than you, because God commanded the squirrels to run around and scamper around and get little acorns and bury them and climb through the trees. And you know what? They obey God. God commanded the blue marlin to swim around, go deep in the ocean, catch fish to eat. And the marlin obeys God. But not you, Pastor. Not you, Pastor Rodney. You never obey God. You only obey God when he tells you to do something that glorifies you or brings you some sort of advantage. So basically what I'm saying is squirrels and blue marlin are more obedient than you, Pastor Rodney, and have a higher status in God's eyes than you, Pastor Rodney. And frankly, if God wanted you to obey him, he'd have to cut off your arms at the shoulder. And then you'd have to weave your way through the grass on your belly like a snake. Because if he gave you a pinky, you'd use it to sin. If he gave you 2 little fingers, you'd use it to try to do some sort of disobedience. You're like a snake, bro. You can't even be trusted with 2 arms and 2 legs.